Hello, Dekkoo subscribers, and welcome to Dekkoo In Depth. I am your host, Ross Wiseman, and I'm here with one of the folks behind the new Dekkoo original series, Peckham Mix, Cedric Andries. Hello, Cedric. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Ross.
Could you describe a little bit about your role with this show and kind of how things got started with it?
I produced the series together with Marco, who's our amazing director. He's the one that came up with the ideas. So he was inspired, wanted to write a light-hearted comedy story, and he came up with the idea. And then together with our writer Hannah Houghton, came up with this little script that we then presented to Dekkoo, and that we were all very enthusiastic about making.
Great, and I do have to ask, are you or anybody in the production, have you ever stolen a car?
No, we actually haven't, no.
Okay, good. So this is video evidence, just in case nobody has actually stolen a car.
How did you do that? Are we going to get caught?
Well, got a range extender here to get us started, and Rick's over here, he's got a GPS jammer to stop us being tracked.
Look, of course, we might still get caught, but that is part of the fun.
I'm actually kind of curious. So the show is called Peckham Mix. Is there a significance to the London neighborhood of Peckham?
I live in South London myself. I'm in Clapham here at the moment, which is not too far away from Peckham. Peckham is a very diverse area, and just like the characters in the show, I think it kind of really suits the storyline of three very different people meeting each other, and therefore Peckham, it's very colorful, it's very diverse, so it just really suited the story.
You do, I think, a great job just being a producer and kind of wrangling everybody together.
Did you see my role? I played the ex-boyfriend as well, the one walking up to the car.
Where did you and the team kind of find the inspiration behind these characters?
For obviously the comedy value and the storyline, we look for three, different types of guys, to make it diverse and to make it, relatable to as many people as possible.
So, how's things?
He's vegan.
Oh. Oh well. I'm sorry. What? That's it? You mean I don't make the mark because I'm vegan?
Well, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but you're going to get offended if there's like bacon or steak in the fridge.
Are you going to try and convert us?
No, of course not. Like, it was more my ex's idea than... I won't try and convert you.
It just worked really well, and then we were very lucky. I mean, we had quite a long auditioning process, and we saw a lot of different guys, and these three just stood out. And with all three of them, as soon as we saw their tape, we were like, okay, this is that guy, this is Josh, this is Rex. Like they were just they were made for the role, basically.
Even though the three of them are very much like at odds with each other, they do kind of fit in together, and they have this really nice chemistry of kind of weaving in and out. Like the scene in episode 1 where we're seeing kind of the first roommate interview. It's very much like a nice back and forth.
Have you house shared before?
Kind of. With my partner, my ex-partner. He and I shared.
He and I? Are you gay?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
What was kind of the inspiration for doing kind of these short episodes rather than maybe doing a longer short film or trying to make this into a feature?
First of all, we didn't have much time, so not much time and not much money. So that obviously leads to it would either be a short film or a series of episodes. Now, the reason we chose to make it episodic and make 4 6-minute episodes is because we really think the story and the characters have so much potential. So it really can be developed into something else. I think the most appropriate thing for it would definitely be a series, because there's so many avenues to explore, like the ex-boyfriends and where did they come from, and there's so many adventures they can go on together. So we think it's just a lot of potential. So if we would be able to take it further one day, like I definitely see it as a series.
I guess in the world of this show, you were the one that forces him, your ex, to become vegan. Do you have any experience either being the one that tries to push your partner in a certain direction, or has that kind of been thrust upon you?
I mean, I've had a few. I've made a few bad relationship choices, that's for sure. No one has tried to force me to be vegan, but yeah, I do definitely recognize the bad boyfriend scenario for sure.
Well, glad that you are no longer in that situation. So
I have a lovely boyfriend now who plays my current boyfriend in the series, so everyone was involved.
this show is a real family affair, it sounds like. I feel like this first batch of episodes, it does kind of feel like Act 1. We do kind of see the genesis of these characters starting to work together and kind of the beginning of this descent into the crime world, I suppose. Do you have any specific thoughts about where you want to take this series? Obviously, we want to find out what inevitably leads to a jail sentence, but, you know, what are your thoughts on how we get there?
You know, there's so much to tell about each one of these characters, how they got there and why they're there, and then, you know, how they got together as well.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Josh.
Yeah?
Well, I'm here for the... Have I come to the right place?
Will you tell me, dickhead? You're the one who knocked at my door.
Well, I'm here for the interview, for the house share.
This is just a little fragment where Josh kind of joins the group, and then there's so many avenues to explore. So I think that, yeah, the options are endless, really.
Yeah, and I would say even Josh has like this level of confidence when we're seeing him in the prison uniform that he doesn't quite have when we kind of see him in the past meeting the roommates. I also like your use of breaking the fourth wall and having Josh kind of address the audience. Was that always a part of this production, or did you kind of feel that that was a way to kind of quickly tell some exposition and move things along?
I mean, it is a helpful tool for sure to do that, as you said, but yeah, no, it was part of the way it was written, and just you know, the way we wanted to tell the story. We just thought it added some, you know, an extra element to what was seen on screen. So it was always part of the plan for sure.
And that's where the whole thing started. Regrets? No. Apart from the obvious, of course.
It does feel like this show, you have a lot of kind of freedom. Clearly, you decided the length of these episodes, you kind of decided the story. What was it kind of like teaming up with Dekkoo on these episodes?
They've been amazing. Like we've you know, both Mark and myself worked on little projects for Dekkoo before, you know, very nice projects to work on. They were all kind of more horror thriller inspired. So this was kind of our first dip into comedy, which we really enjoyed. And yeah, no, the guys at Dekkoo have been amazing. They just put their trust in us. Obviously they got the script and stuff, but they didn't really they kind of let us do our thing and trusted us to you know, to give them, you know, the results that we got to. So they didn't really get involved too much and put their trust in us, which is amazing, obviously, you know, for us to be able to do our thing and be creative.
Definitely. And can you speak a little bit actually about your, I guess, transition from doing more serious and intense like horror work to doing more lighthearted comedy? Like what is that kind of release like in the production way?
I work my full-time job, like I work in film, so my main job, I work as a costume supervisor on quite big period shows and movies. So you know, I started producing a few years ago with Marco, whose main interest is horror and thriller as well, and I've always had a big interest in that genre too. So it kind of just, you know, became natural. And then, but after a while, both me and him as well, if I can speak for him, we kind of developed an interest to kind of work on different types of project and go a little bit deeper or into the characters and stuff. And this was kind of our first, go at that.
And I think that you're successful in that because I do comedy in my free time, and it's very easy for comedy to kind of be broad. Like, I mean, I assume there wouldn't be like a banana peel slip in this show, but it's easy to kind of go very broad and general and big, and a lot of the comedy is in like the story beats and in these kind of character moments where you get this tension of, is Josh going to make me become a vegan, or can we be open and honest about our line of work when he's like walking in the background? So I do just want to commend you and Marco and the whole team on that, because I think it's really successful and makes for an engaging and pretty breezy watch.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is there any kind of last thing that you want to tell audiences about Peckham Mix? Just because, like I said, this is 4 episodes. Hopefully we're going to see more in the near future, but what should folks kind of think about when they're going in to watch?
What I hope is that people, that the relatability that we're trying to bring across, that reaches people, and that, it's a story about, being heartbroken, new beginnings, change, meeting new people, preconceptions. And I think there's a lot of very relatable subjects there. So I hope that people can kind of, look at their own lives and then recognize something in this series.
Peckham Mix streaming on Dekkoo. Definitely give it a watch for kind of these thoughtful comedy dramas that we don't tend to see enough of. So congratulations to you, Cedric, and the rest of the team. You can stream Peckham Mix on Dekkoo. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Cedric, for your time, and have a lovely day, everybody.